I don't know, Final Cut, using it at points to select shots. I personally just like going in, and Sony Vegas provides the luxury of you being able to do that. This is probably all foreign language to you guys right now, but and just see, like, putting two shots together, it's always pretty satisfying. They're not going to match up pretty well right now. This here, he gets in the car, here, but you get a rough idea, and then later on I'll adjust what looks good. Still plenty of time for that. Okay, here's this attempted crane shot thing I was doing. Did I give up on that sooner than I thought? That was a bad one right there. See how this looks. Maybe the tail end of that. We'll get that. Alright, cut it there. Okay. There's also a lot of things I noticed in Halo Machinima is people leave paused frames. Like they'll stop the action in their game and they'll pause it. And then when they edit, they don't cut that pause out, so it's like they're moving and then they just freeze. And maybe you guys don't notice it now, but watch them more amateur-ish from Machinima, and you'll definitely notice. I don't think I'll use this one, so I'm not going to fret about it. I think I was trying to find the angle here. See, that just happened. Not 15 minutes ago, but you already forget your intentions. There's always a more pragmatic way of going about it. But this is the first machine I made was this quick too. I wanted to experiment with putting clips together because I started with montages. I was just putting gameplay film footage together, so it really wasn't much. So I wanted to experiment with actually having an effect with my cuts and see what editing things together would do. And so I just made a little chase sequence, and I think it might be still on my channel. And yeah, it's pretty sick, I guess. Not really. I even have that amateur thing where I didn't cut the clips well, so there's like some hanging frames and awkward little tidbits. But you gotta start somewhere. Fair to say I didn't leave any frozen spots in the greatest ever, which was my first like legit video. And it's pretty cool how it did so well, and it was my first kind of full-on thing I ever did. Not to brag. Okay. Here we're gonna get a rough look at this. I'm never really patient, I always do that. Obviously I'll cut out the parts that overlap. This is, see, like that matches up pretty well as it is, several elements. So this will be really short. I don't even know if the footage, I think I switched to the right side here. Yeah, the footage of the guy shooting is really that usable. But yeah, I'm just gonna stick with the warthog part and him getting out and shooting. Just look at the wheel. Anyway, I'll just stick to those parts because all I need to do is get the idea across how to do this stuff, and just to see how I edit, how my workflow works. I don't know, maybe you guys are interested. This is, like I said, this is more or less just a reason for me to use my fraps feeder word. Alright, like I said, you can choose where you want the camera to end. Get cool nifty shots like this one right here. Gotta see where you need to make that first cut. Alright. spacebar. I'm doing all these shortcuts. This is, like I said, this isn't much of a tutorial. If you want to see a good Halo tutorial, watch John CTGs. They're all old and of Halo 3, and some of it's kind of obsolete, but the whole technique in making the machinima itself hasn't changed. So I think I'll just make that the last shot, actually. Just cut the black or something. Cutting the black is such an easy way to it's just like you don't know what the fuck to do. Cut the black. And it looks like it was like a design choice from the beginning. Alright, so we got all these clips. Let's see. So we'll first start here, fade in. Start fading in. And that's pretty cool. Like, this is what I like a lot better about Sony Vegas than Final Cut. In Sony Vegas, you just I'll change the volume, grab the corner, boom, and then you can change the opacity like this. You can change the speed by holding Control and compressing it, or I can make it slow-mo. Okay, so it's just like, and if I were in Final Cut, I have to go to a speed option, type in a percentage, and then maybe it won't be the right length I want to be to fit in that composition or whatever. If I want to do the fade in, I have to go to my effects or transitions and drag the fade in over there, and that's kind of lame. And see, like, and the fade in is a transition, so like if I want a specific weird animated one, you just drag it in to the transition space, and you'll see how it does it. But no one uses these shitty transitions. You stick with fade in, crossfades, and maybe a once in a while push. Dissolves are good, definitely. What I was saying, pushes once in a while, like Star Wars use those. If you're doing like if you're doing montages, then there's obviously more room, but don't have your montage get lost in the orgy of transitions. Alright, do this one. So he gets in, drives about 2 feet, so that's where we'll start the next shot. So we'll try here and see how that looks. Make this clip a little bit longer. It sounds a little inconsistent because of different camera positioning, but and see how I get closer? These are frames, these spaces in between. So it gets pretty precise if you need to be. Alright. Do I want to use this? Nah. And that's you never get too attached to any shot you take or anything. You just try everything you can. And you know what? I don't really have anything bridging. Actually, I do. Alright, I'm gonna cut this shot right here so I don't have a lot of garbage. I'm a fast-paced editor, so if there's like plenty of people would keep all this space, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just not my style, and I'd rather get into it. So hence my fast-paced editing style. And it's probably because I started off just doing music videos, so you always have a limited space to begin with, so I'm always trying to get that all fast. So I can't tell if... Alright, so he goes over this hump. Okay. Does this make sense, the way I have this? We'll see. This a little early. Awesome. And then we'll get nice and close personal shot. Nice. Alright, this should look cool when I get this all orchestrated. Yeah, right there. Right. Yeah, it's starting to take off. And then... Alright, see how I meant that pause? This video is paused right here. Nothing's happening. So, it just breaks the flow and the continuity of it. So you always want to cut your clips way short just to avoid that awkwardness. frames. The wait, there's can't speak. There's blue space for way too long. Even if you cut out a couple frames, it just, like I said, what I see needs to only be important stuff. So I'm just gonna, the antenna's gone. I'm gonna cut everything here. It's hard to see how smooth that is because this playback's being pretty rough. I'm just gonna hope that looks good in the final product. Normally I'd render a quick test, but I don't know how rendering a video would work when I am recording with fraps. So when did this clip stop? So he lands and kind of drives off. I'll just cut it here. Blazing. And then, what is this? See if I can overlap. Actually, but like I said, this video ends kind of awkward. It's all about what looks right. I guess I cut the black. You know what? I'm gonna find some music. I don't know what it'll be, but I'll just go to the old Halo Machinima music folder and pick something random. Everything's in here. I got Born in Revolution. Let's see what beat one is. This is the remix Christmas song he did. Halo Rap. Project Booster song. That's GD2. What is this?
Eat Skull Cruncher, bitch!
What is it? I want a song that'll sound good. New beat. I'm struggling here. Perfect. Too much of nothing for too long. Alright, let's just get. What if I start it where it gets crazy earlier? I want to try and end with that black. I'll do some quick credits. I don't know. I'll just. No, straight cut it, doesn't matter. So let's see how this looks. Basically how that video was made in all the Halo Machinimas. Same kind of style and trial and error and piecing together and trimming and everything.